Angry men are usually depressed. I'm a psychologist and I'm going to explain why this happens. So, when it comes to depression, there's two components to why angry men are typically depressed. The first is that there's actually a form of depression called depression with anger outbursts. So this is a subtype of depression that's very known, and it's different from the so-called typical depression because it doesn't present as sadness. It presents as these like angry outbursts that are unusual for this person at least. And so there is a form of depression that presents essentially as anger. The reason that men are more susceptible to this type of depression is because anger is the most appropriate negative emotion that men are conditioned to feel in our society. And many argue that it's the only negative emotion that men are allowed to feel in our society. So many men are conditioned to believe that, okay, anger is okay. Like if I'm a male and I'm angry, that's like at least like kind of okay. Versus like sadness, grief, loneliness, like those emotions are not typically emotions that were thought to be appropriate. So when it comes to males, depression does not look like depression. It often looks like aggression. It looks like anger. It looks like someone that's just angry at the world, angry all the time, has like this very like volatile temper. And most people don't realize this. Most people think like, oh, this is just like a personality trait. Like this person is just like that. They're just, they're grumpy or they're just irritable. But no, this is typically depression. This person is not necessarily just like this. This person is experiencing depression and they are suffering. It's presenting as aggression and it's presenting as anger. And it's often missed because we don't think of depression this way. But depression very much can just be anger. It can be just aggression. It can be the person that's yelling at traffic or always irritable. And this is still suffering. It's still just as much suffering as regular depression. So if you have someone in your life that might be experiencing this can be treated. It can be treated with similar types of protocols as your kind of typical depression. And they can go on to feel joy. They can feel contentment. They can feel like a sense of satisfaction. It doesn't have to be like this. They don't have to be angry all the time.